Than 100 people were detained in one of Florida's largest single-day immigration raids at the Tallahassee construction site on May 29th in what was described as a panic scene, with some law enforcement wearing face coverings and camouflage. Homeland Security Investigations, which operates under United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, the Florida Highway Patrol, and other Florida and federal law enforcement agencies conducted the immigration raids at the student housing development site in the College Town neighborhood of Florida State University. Another construction site nearby was raided an hour earlier. Department of Homeland Security stated on social media that authorities had, quote, arrested more than 100 illegal aliens, some of which were previously deported and others with criminal backgrounds, calling it a targeted enforcement operation. People detained in a bus stated to reporters at the scene that they were from Mexico, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Honduras, while officials stated that others detained were from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Colombia. The raid comes as President Donald Trump's administration touts its crackdown on migrants who enter the country illegally, expanding arrests nationwide while driving down border crossing. ICE agents have begun detaining people who show up for mandatory court appearances about their immigration case. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislature has pushed the state to become the, quote, toughest on illegal immigration in the country this year, enacting laws and directing hundreds of millions of dollars to state and local law enforcement to expand the state's authority to detain and house undocumented migrants in compliance with Trump's mass deportation mandate. ICE and Florida law enforcement arrested 1,120 people in April during Operation Tidal Wave, the largest joint immigration operation in Florida's history. The operation lasted 6 days from April 21st through April 26th. In the last month, ICE raids have also rattled Nashville, where nearly 200 people were arrested in a week-long operation. Florida is currently appealing a federal judge's decision to temporarily block a new law creating state crimes for undocumented immigrants entering or re-entering Florida. The raid was likely the largest single illegal immigration sweep in Florida since DeSantis agreed to join in on Trump's aggressive mass deportation agenda. One detainee, 43-year-old Juan Carlos Hernandez, stated that he didn't know where the group was being taken. Hernandez stated that he did not have a criminal record, and he said others on the bus had asylum cases. Many of the construction workers were in bright yellow shirts and jean work clothes. Some didn't have any money on them. Hernandez also stated that others were worried about their family members who they would be leaving behind. Some of those detained were handcuffed while others were zip-tied. They were led in the back of a white school bus with no air conditioning on the day where the temperature feels as though it was 86 degrees. Another person by the name of Pedro Arulaga, age 30, held up his residency card and stated that he came from Nicaragua and had been in residence for 2 years. He stated that federal agents checked him inside the gate of the construction site and said he was okay to go, but then he was taken and put on the bus. Martinez, the worker from the other job site nearby, stated that agents came and raided his construction site about an hour earlier. People were fleeing and only a few got caught. Slater, a recent Florida State University graduate, behind a fence with other FSU students watching the scene unfold. Quote, some of the people, the construction workers, were in zip ties and they were in line, and it was just very disturbing to see that. Ray D'Amico, superintendent for the plumbing contractor at the construction site, watched his employees who were zip-tied and waiting to be processed by federal agents. Once word got out about the raid, he stated that other construction sites in town stopped for the day and workers went home. Videos of laborers getting tackled to the ground by agents at 9 a.m. spread quickly, and by noon, many Tallahassee construction sites were silent. So I just want to remind people that the Black community, for the longest time possible, tried to tell a lot of people what it is and specifically what is going to happen, what is going to take place, how it is that they will be targeted, how it is that they will be deemed, how it is that they will be criminalized, and you have all of these smear campaigns and all of these things being stated directly, about them. And they're not going to be able to defend themselves no matter what they say. Black people have also tried to state to people that, hey, they're going to try to get you directly up out of here. If they allowed you to come here freely, they're going to just so ever so freely get you right back out once they feel as though that they don't need you anymore, or once it is that they get the things that they specifically want, when it details whatever it is that they're specifically trying to get. And here we are with the Trump administration. And here we are where Trump stated himself that a lot of the Latins, Hispanics out there, Spanish-speaking individuals, voted directly for him, voted directly for this. Here you have a lot of these people from South America, some of which in an article stated that they don't have no criminal record. They're just there to work. They're there to support the families that they got back home, or the families that they have in America, or maybe in both places. And that they're very hardworking individuals who don't mean no harm to anybody. They just want to have a better life versus where it is that they came from and how it is that they weren't able to do for self and others. Right? Because again, America allows people to do a lot of great things. We have a lot of great, wonderful stories of people becoming, millionaires, multimillionaires, people owning their own businesses, people being able to teach thousands of other people to do the exact same thing that they once were able to do. We have a lot of great success stories. We have a lot of people here that are immigrants, migrants, whatever word that you want to use, that came directly here, probably didn't know a lick of English, but over time, they created a family business. Over time, they became a pillar directly in their community because people looked up to what it is that they did, how it is that they were able to accomplish it, and the fact that they stayed in order to grow and to support their own people and to build their own community. But yet, even with a lot of those stories, with a lot of those people directly out there, a lot of those same exact people who had that opportunity, who had the pleasure of coming directly to America, being able to live here, being able to raise a family, being able to go to school, being able to learn English as a secondary language, a lot of those same people voted for the Trump administration. A lot of those same people stated that enough is enough. A lot of those same people even echoed the same sentiments as other people, which was build the wall and all the other rhetoric directly out there. And it's crazy how whenever I still see stories like this, I never see conversations or debate amongst the groups out there on who is the cause and who is the blame for these things specifically happening to them. I find it very interesting that nobody wants to lay the blame, that nobody wants to bring this up or have the conversation. It's a shame. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.